Community Connection Network podcast. I am one of your hosts, Angela Wynn. I'm so glad that you decided to come in the room with us today. And hey, I'm not alone. I have my other co-host here, Pastor David A. Cowan.
Yes. It's such an honor to be with you. So an honor to have you with us today as we promise that Community Connection Network Incorporated will be coming to you weekly in a podcast to inform you, to empower you, to engage you, how we could reconstruct, rebuild, restore North Baton Rouge.
Yes. And guess what? North Baton Rouge is more than just a zip code. It's a community. It's us. It's where we live. And we want to invite you in. We are inviting you to the table. To come to the table. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Let's bring our ideas together, yes. Right? Because we want to develop organized action. We want to be doing more than just talking about it, daydreaming about it. Let's do something about it. We have everything that we need right here in our house, in our backyards, and you are a part of it. So we want you to, stay connected because there is more to come. I'm going to let you share some of the ideas that we have there. What are we going to bring forth?
Yes, Community Connection is designed to bring community leaders, entrepreneurs, the business sector of North Baton Rouge together in an organized action where we become self-governing. We control the wealth that flows in our community. The reconstruction that is needed, the rebuilding from old buildings to brand new structures, to bring those communities together, build communities where it can be inhabited, nice communities, deal with also homelessness, to get us from the program of renting and leasing to ownership. There are those in our community who have the underserved, who have labored tirelessly for 30 years and yet don't have ownership. So we're talking about rebuilding, reconstructing communities, buying land, building new communities, not these houses that are fixer-uppers or houses that you can jump from one roof to the other roof. They're so close together. I mean, they're nice. We're grateful that they are here, but we can do better. We can do better.
And we deserve better.
And we deserve better.
And I want to give honor where honor is due. You teach that to us as well. You know, we're going to say, kudos, great job, Councilman Anthony Kennedy, District 2. You are doing an awesome job. Young man, fresh ideas. And we want to come in and we want to add value to what he's starting because he's not done. Just started. And guess what? Yeah, it's just started. And guess what? When we bring our ideas together as a team and teamwork, because no man is a island by his or herself, when we come together, we're stronger.
Absolutely.
We're better.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're doing. And we want to bring you in, like I said, seat you to the table with us. Let's get the job done.
And we can. There's nothing out of our reach.
Right.
There's nothing that's impossible that we cannot do. But through organized action, bringing the skills, the ability, the wealth together, and having control of it. One of the things I speak is the idea is we pay taxes in this city, but we don't get the full benefit of our taxes. The taxes are being spent and allocated into other areas. And those of us who are paying most of the taxes, which is the poor and middle class, we're paying more of the taxes, but it's the upper echelon that's getting all the tax breaks and the benefits of it. And so there's no better time than now to prepare, to organize for the future advancement. Many times there has been opportunities presented to North Baton Rouge, but because we did not own the economic structure, it just passed us over. And we wind up having rundown buildings, abandoned buildings in our city. plighted communities
Yes.
in our city because we don't have the wealth to buy it and to own it, because the government is not interested in rebuilding North Baton Rouge.
Right.
They're not interested in rebuilding North Baton Rouge. So therefore, you are overlooked again and again. And though we have wonderful councilmen and councilwomen who serve,
Yes.
yet their voices are ineffective in many areas because we don't have the wealth.
Right.
We don't have the wealth. They have already 10 years out, 15 years out, have already allocated the money
Right.
for other communities, other plans and other buildings. Well, there is no plan, for as I'm knowledgeable of, there are no plans to build new buildings and new businesses in North Baton Rouge. And so therefore, we continue to ride each week through the streets and we see the same dilapidated structures, which constantly remind us of poverty, lack, struggle, and a lack of success.
And we're better than that.
And we're better than that. And that's why Community Connection Network Incorporated is being developed
Yes.
right now. And one of the ways we're communicating this to you is what we're doing right now. We're communicating what we're doing, what we're pulling together, what we're organizing by bringing pastors,
Right. Other community leaders.
Entrepreneurs, business sectors, or those who own business in this area.
Yes.
Happen.
And we're going to do it.
And we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. We're talking about restructuring
Yes.
programs for our kids. We talked about community parks.
Yes.
Even though Breck has a lot to do with our community parks, yet they're not up to date
Yes.
or equipped like other communities
Right.
around
Right.
us.
Right. And we want to get past that and,
Yes.
and be better because we deserve better. You deserve better. Hey, your
Absolutely.
grandparents, your kids, your grandkids deserve better, and that's what we want to bring to the table.
Absolutely.
Excellence.
Excellent.
We want to roll out the red carpet for us.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's what we are aiming, and that's what we're putting into motion. And we want you, you ladies, you gentlemen, you business owners, you entrepreneurs, hey, you teens, you young adults, those of you who are college students, we are not closing the door to anyone.
Absolutely.
Because everybody has a voice. We can do this block by block, voice by voice, idea by idea, but it's going to take us coming together
Absolutely.
to get it done.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're going to do.
Yes, and unification is the key.
Yes.
I said that we all can win if we don't mind leading. Who's leading?
Who's leading?
And a lot of problem is, we struggle about leadership.
Yes.
And this is what we're pulling together. We're pulling the leaders of our cities together, who has the voice of our city. Every Sunday in churches around North Baton Rouge, in the state of Louisiana,
Yes.
people gather from all sectors,
Yes.
all races, all genders, who have the skills, the ability that's operating this city.
Right.
Without you, this city don't function.
Exactly.
You're the workers, you're the legs, you're the hands, you're the boots on the ground that go into these buildings and these businesses every day. And you labor and you work and you tirelessly giving your talent, your skills, and your ability to serve another man's dream,
Right.
to improve another man's community.
Right.
But yet when you come back to North Baton Rouge, you don't have those facilities. You don't have those restaurants. You don't have those school material
Right.
that other parts of the city who's dealing with robotics,
Yes.
who's dealing with other kind of stuff, who have college courses
Right. Right.
handed to them, and yet it's a pick and miss in North Baton Rouge about what school's going to get it. So we're busting our kids all the time because we want our kids to have the best. I understand that.
Yes.
But why not equalize across the board?
Right.
That right in your community,
Right.
your kids don't have to be bused. They can go to the school in the community and have the same opportunity of quality education everybody else is having.
Right.
So now we equalize the playing field.
Right.
So it's not about race.
Yes.
It's not about race.
Exactly.
So this is the type of thing that community connection is about. Bringing leadership together, bringing the entrepreneurs together, bringing the leaders of our city together, you together to the table, that you have the voice, you have control.
Yes.
When we begin to control our own wealth,
Yes.
then we're stronger because money is empowerment.
Yes.
Wealth is empowerment. But we need to control it. When we pay our taxes, every week out of your check, you're paying taxes, property taxes. We're paying all this stuff, but we don't control it.
Right.
So you have to ask, where's my taxes going? Where are my taxes going?
For real, where is it going?
See, you don't have control over it. So they have already allocated that money to go somewhere else. Yes. So every time you pay your taxes, it leaves out of North Baton Rouge. And it helps empower other sectors. It's time that we become, community connection is about becoming self-governed.
Yes.
Self-government, where we self-govern ourselves. We control our wealth. We say where our money go. And we're the issuers in the control of the wealth. Right. We're going to pay our taxes. Every community has to pay taxes. That's understandable. But then there's something that you and I have left over. We have left over. I was reading this article that the average person who plays lottery tickets, purchase lottery tickets, in some states, that a month, that person plays about $349 a month on lottery tickets. But then here's the thing about it. Only one person wins.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, only one person has benefited. One person benefits.
Off your $300.
Off of your $300 or $400 that you done paid this month. Out of Social Security, out of whatever you did with it. We have to. In North Baton Rouge, we're focusing on the community connection is having money with purpose, having money with a mission. That we have a target goal. That every dollar we invest, every dollar we spend, stay in our community.
Yes.
It empowers our community. And it doesn't leave out until we have to let it go out.
Right. But we make the decision.
Well, we make the decision. We control the decision. By networking with each other, we empower each other to succeed. We empower each other to build better.
Yes. Because
we live here. We live here. So this is the thing that you and I have to begin to do. So Community Connection has set forth a program where 1 million people, our target is to reach 1 million people. Even though we don't have 1 million people in North Baton Rouge, we have about 342,000 people live here in North Baton Rouge. And North Baton Rouge is made up 90% African Americans. 90% of African Americans live here in North Baton Rouge. So imagine if the 342,000 of us get together and we begin to organize and structure our wealth to a common goal. To a common goal.
One common goal.
One common goal. And focus on rebuilding, restructuring, and bringing into North Baton Rouge franchises, shopping centers, grocery stores.
We don't have to rebuild some of these structures that's already here. We can start fresh.
We can start fresh.
And we talked about it earlier. We have the contractors, we have the plumbers, we have the electricians. Everything that we need, we have it in the house, in our churches, sitting in our four walls, weekly, week by week.
Absolutely.
So hey, those are the boots on the ground per se. So we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it do what it do.
Yes.
So
make it do
we
what
want,
it do.
we want to bring you into the table because we are in the process of building the structure of the homes. Like you said, the different projects, community projects with the kids, the elderly. We're not leaving anybody out.
Homeless, even the homeless.
And the homeless, right? So we want everybody to benefit, and everybody will benefit when we come together, when we synergize together to make it happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we see on the network or the news, they are talking about how do we resolve homelessness. you know, and people found sleeping on benches, you know. How you gonna make someone homeless pay?
Right.
Even if you lock them up. But then we complain we ain't got enough jail space. So what are you gonna do with these people? You know, so we're producing a program that's gonna deal with homelessness.
Yes.
You know, and so that they could be get established.
Yes. Because everybody deserves a chance.
It deserves a chance. It deserves a chance. And so we got connection with people in this city, in North Baton Rouge, who have the ability, the skills to do things. What is lacking is organized action.
Right.
Organized action and a how can we say a storehouse of wealth.
Yes.
A storehouse of wealth where we have a purse. You see, right now our taxes is in a purse that's controlled by other people and not by us. We need to get our own purse.
Right.
And so community connection is about connecting people and building a purse here in North Baton Rouge where whatever is lacking, whatever is missing, we build it, own it,
Right.
and then cause the money to shop at our own stores,
Right.
to spend in our own markets.
Stores.
So our money is turning over in our own part of the sector of the city.
Right.
So we don't have to go out for stuff when we having our own money come in and stay in
Right.
in building the city,
Yes.
establishing the city, you know, because we're not talking about having these mega millionaires and billionaires who's taking yearly bonuses, $50 and $100 million bonuses, and $1 billion bonuses at the end of the year.
Right. And leave you holding the bag.
Yeah, and if you holding the bag, all you got was a pencil or an ink pen
And a tablet.
in a tablet for your whole year of work, and your work of the week, your work of the month. No, we're talking about empowering you, put the money back in North Baton Rouge.
Yes.
Whatever surpluses that come in, putting it back in North Baton Rouge. We're talking about people who are volunteers,
Yes.
people who are retired,
Yes.
people who are entrepreneurs, people who are those who once lived in the area. We're not just focusing on black African Americans. We're talking about everybody who's been through this city.
Yes.
We're talking about the Asian. We're talking about the Latinos. We're talking about those, the Vietnamese. We're talking about those who benefit and profit from North Baton Rouge as well as live here
Right.
in North Baton Rouge. How you can become a part of the answer and the solution by building a better North Baton Rouge.
Right.
A place where you can raise your family and your kids in safety. You know, we know the issues that's in our city.
Yes.
We're focusing on the solution.
Yes.
Not arguing about the issue. We've done that enough.
We've done that enough.
We need to organize action that brings solution. And the only way we can do this is doing it together.
Right.
Doing it together and having a purse, a financial purse that we can issue and build from. That's having a continuous, perpetual rotation.
Yes. Constant.
Constant rotation. Each week, each month, turning over,
Right.
you know, empowering the people who live here, employing the people who live here,
Yes.
putting the people who live here in business so they can have an equal shot.
Right.
You know, they're talking about diversity, equity, you know, inclusion. You know, that meant some kind of way, in a small way, gave all minorities a shot at big contracts. But they're wiping that away now.
Yep.
So why not empower ourselves to give ourselves the opportunity?
Open your own door.
Open your own door. You open your own door by unifying.
Yes.
Not trying to do it all by yourself.
Right.
And this is where we've been so separated
Right.
because we've been trying to do this all by
And
ourselves.
competing. It's not a competition.
It's not a competition.
We are here to complement each other.
Absolutely.
And when we learn to complement each other, that gets us further down the road.
Absolutely.
It keeps
Absolutely.
us from being stuck and stagnant on the side of the road. Oh, woe is me. Don't nobody want to support me. Don't nobody
Yes.
want to give me. But no, give yourself.
Absolutely.
And this is your time to give yourself, to give your own community, your parents, your grandparents, grandkids, great-grandchildren, your neighbors.
Absolutely.
Give them the opportunity
Yes.
to be able, to benefit
Mhm.
more from your own community. Why not North
Why
Baton
not?
Rouge?
Why not North Baton Rouge?
Why not?
This is a grand opportunity. What happens? Challenges
Yes.
and what we call problems
Mm-hmm.
are really the door to solutions.
Yes.
When we don't focus in on the problem,
Yes.
we focus in on the answer. Without problems, we don't seek for better answers or a higher level of living. We become comfortable where we are until that's a problem.
That comfort zone.
Yeah, because change doesn't happen automatic.
Mm-hmm.
Change comes by pressure. And when this opportunity of the government that we're dealing with now in this culture is now presenting us an opportunity
Yes.
to bring change,
Yes.
to empower ourselves for future generation. And this is why it's so important that we do this now.
Yes.
We do this now.
Now
So,
it's time.
so what we're focusing in upon, everybody can get involved.
Yes.
But
Everybody.
we need volunteers. We need the retired community. We need those, our youth, 18 and plus. We need you, those who are in college.
Right.
You got fraternities. You got all kind of groups and things that you're doing. And everybody is busy doing something.
Right.
But most of what we're doing, we're busy doing it by ourselves.
Right.
And as Brother Allen said, we're all fighting for the same dollar.
All fighting for the same book.
Same buck. And we're struggling in that.
Yes.
Trying to get contributions because of the fact there's in grants trying to support what we're doing. Instead of, let's take the control out of the government's hand and let's do what we can do for ourselves.
Yes.
Empower ourselves.
Yes.
And so what we're suggesting in as one phase of community connection is 1 million people coming together, giving $1 a month.
And even though we might not have a million
Million people.
people here,
Mm-hmm.
you might know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Hey, that don't even live here.
You're right.
Hey, they can give $1.
Exactly. Exactly. And because we know somebody,
Yes.
we are, all of us are connected with somebody.
Right.
A dollar a month. That's change that you can find your couch once you get up. That's less than what you give your kids for spending money. Less than what you're going to spend at McDonald's, and less what you're going to spend on a cup of coffee.
Right.
$1 that you could give a month, which is $12, a whole year, $12. Well, I mean, the Animal Society asks you for $19 a month. We're saying if each one of us, know somebody, those of you who once lived here, those of you around the entire state of Louisiana, there's over 1,200,000 African Americans in Louisiana. There's over 2,400,000 white Americans live in Louisiana, not including the Latinos and the Asian, the Vietnamese, and others who are here.
Right.
If just the 1 million of us around Louisiana, those of you who once lived here, moved to California, Chicago, New York, Florida, wherever you moved to, if you were to give back and commit and become a partnership with community connection, you will begin to empower us to rebuild the city.
Yes.
In 12 months, in 1 year, just that 1 million people doing that, that's $12 million. And I know there are those who say, I can do $100, I can do $5, I can do $3 a month. It is welcome. We're not shooting that down.
Right.
But we're made the playing field so plain that everybody can get in. Everybody can get in. And we're setting up the institution or the incorporation where it's legal, where contribution is done because of 501c3.
Yes.
So we're organized, the foundation, we're now looking for the add-ons. Those of you who will become supporters, those of you who become the voice, those of you who become the contributors, those who become say, I want to be a volunteer. How can I help? How can I make this done? How can I get the word out even more? You can even share this stream with some of your friends.
Right.
Get this word out. is so important. We're getting ready to have we'll begin to have community meetings.
Yes, yes.
You know, when we bring the community together, you know, just to hear what you got to say, to hear your complaint, because your situation, what your community need, what your areas need.
Right. And we come together.
Yes.
We can get it done.
We can get it done.
When we come together, though.
When we come together. Yeah, because you don't control your tax dollar.
Right.
They control the tax dollar. And so we're talking about, we need better policing.
Yes.
I mean, we got good officers, but we need better. We need more boots on the ground in our community, because we have to be able to secure whatever we build.
Exactly.
You know, we're always going to have the criminal element, you know, around somewhere.
Right.
Because that's what poverty produces. And that's what the unskilled, the uneducated, those that got out into the criminal environment, the mindset is different.
Yes.
You know, so we got to deal, we got to address that, but it takes money and organized action to make that happen.
Right.
There has to be a purse.
Yes.
So by us doing this at 1 million people, even though we're 300-some-thousand people right here in North Baton Rouge, you know, even with this 300-some-thousand people, if each one of us gave $3,
right,
we could be at $1 million a month. You know, and you may say, well, how can I get involved? How can I be a part of that? We have a meeting coming up. Miss Angela is going to share the address, the time we're going to meet. We need pastors. We need the entrepreneur. We need the retired community.
Right.
We need those who say, I'm not working that day or whatever. I want to make the meeting. I want to set in. I want to hear what you guys are saying. And then I want to become more informed, because the people who are more informed make better decisions.
Yes.
And they can develop a strategy to get from point A to point B.
Absolutely.
So we'll be able to explain to you in that setting more and more about community connection incorporated, because of the fact we have to do it together.
Yes.
We have to do it together.
That's what it is. You may be asking, okay, well, how can I help? How can I get in? The first thing is, well, our first initial meeting is going to be Tuesday.
Yes.
At 11 o'clock. The address is 7117 Florida Boulevard. It's the Nexus building right behind Dollar Tree on Florida Boulevard. We're going to be there for 11. We're inviting each and every one of you, hey, come on in, brick by brick, idea by idea. We want everybody that's able to come and sit at the table. Let's sit and let's talk about it. Let's get it done. And we are the ones to get it done. Why? Because this is our community. We can't expect for anybody to come from outside in to do the work. It's our responsibility. Hey, let's get it done.
Absolutely. And we're going to look forward to seeing you in the place, because this is taking ownership of our community and of our finances.
Yes.
And getting better, because we deserve better.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Until next time, you be blessed.
And thank you for tuning in to Community Network Connection.